Good morning, Packers fans. Aaron Nagler here with your Packers Daily Chat, coming to you live on the Cheesehead TV social channels. Happy opening day to Brewers fans everywhere, taking on the Cubs this afternoon. I know it's going to be a windy, cold day, but no cancellation as of 10 a.m. Eastern. So be watching with great interest as the Brewers begin their 2022 campaign. Hello to everybody in the comments section. Good to see everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Not a ton of Packers news outside of the Whitney Merciless retirement. If you didn't see Monty's wrap up on that, make sure you check that out here on the YouTube channel. Edge was always going to be a bit of a need heading into this draft, and not getting Merciless back certainly highlights that. I don't think it would have changed any draft plans had he returned, but it definitely highlights the need for some quality depth at outside backer. And you can't dismiss the idea of rolling 3 or 4 deep at outside backer with, maybe a premium draft pick. Never forget when the Packers signed Preston and Zadarius Smith in free agency, they very a couple months later turned around and drafted Rashawn Gary 12th overall. If the player is there, the ability and the ceiling, the promise is all lining up for you as a prospect, and you think it works perfectly with your defense, you absolutely make that investment. So I do think edge is something that will certainly be in play those first 2 days with those first 4 premium picks. Hello to everybody in the comment section. Good to see everybody. Hope you're all doing well. I think I saw a super chat fly by here. I did indeed. What's up, Ed? Thanks for the super chat, buddy. The refuge that you provide from all the really important stuff in life is really important. Thanks. That's really nice of you to say, Ed. Thank you very much. Try to be a little oasis away from the real world here in Packers Daily. That's what we do. Steve, do the Packers trade any of their first or second round picks? Crystal ball question. Let me see where we got. Yes. That's all I got for you, buddy. Ask yourself, what would Lindy Infante do, and do the opposite? Brandy, that's mean, but probably correct. Yes, I don't think that's a terrible idea as far as anything having to do with your franchise, football or otherwise. That said, Lindy was a good offensive mind. I mean, Packers fans will only ever look at him through the lens of the failed head coach, but man, that guy could draw up an offense. Don't get it twisted. Let's try and remember some of the good stuff too. Jim, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. I expect Brian and the crew to make judicious use of their draft capital this year. Well done, judicious. Wait, Carol, was that my word? You forgot to message me and remind me. Thanks, Jim. I think you just cheated for me there. Judicious, yes. Judicious use of their draft capital. Well done. Joshua. Ooh, that's an interesting question. What is a realistic week 1 starting lineup at wide receiver that you would like to see? Realistic. I'll go Julio Jones, Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb in the slot intermittently, sprinkle of Amari Rodgers and a Tyler Ervin, Deebo Samuel kind of hybrid type role. And then week 1, you'd still be probably working in Christian Watson. How's that? Does that sound good? Can we roll with that? Lock it up. Scoring 30 plus. You guys know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Wide receivers, a family of beavers, doesn't matter. Packers still dropping 30. It's a good question, though. Michael, thanks for the super chat. Tough break for the PGA and MLB starting the Masters and opening day on Cheesehead TV Draft Guide Drop Day. That's right, Michael. We all know what the real headline is there. Speaking of which, the Draft Guide will be out later today. So be on the lookout for that. If you have pre-ordered it, when it goes live, I'll be sending out an email to everybody. Everybody on the list that will let you know it's available and ready to download. So be on the lookout for that. And then if you haven't purchased it yet, get on it. Cheesehead TV Draft Guide dropping today. It'll be a lot of fun. And it's just sad. You're right, Michael, that it will undoubtedly overshadow the Masters and opening day. If I would have had a Cheesehead TV Draft Guide t-shirt, I would have worn that. In fact, wait a second. What is this? There we go. There we go. Yes. So there we go. We are so close. I literally just got an email about it. So we are so close, people. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did I just... Folk 34. You coming in here with some fighting words. Brewers are the Vikings of baseball. Had to be said. It hurts you. It means it's true. Go, Cubs, go. What? 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 Man, I'm going to let that slide simply because you're a Packers fan. Justin, can't wait for the draft guide. Almost here, buddy. Almost here. Riley, thanks for the super chat. Which Packer legend in their prime would you add to the current wide receiver group? Jeff Janis, Jared Abbrederis, Jarrett Boykin, or Jake Kumaro? Well, it's got to be Kumaro because we know Rodgers would throw him the football. Janis, not so much, unless it's a desperate 60-yard heave in desperation time at the end of a playoff game. Other than that, he ain't throwing to Jeff Janis. So, yeah, I would go with Kumaro on that one for the trust factor alone. I'm a huge Brewers fan. I totally get what he means. Steven, we're not talking about it. No Brewers slander here today. No. You had all offseason. You had the whole lockout. Could have done it any point in time. Not on opening day. Not in this house. Don't come in and tell me how to talk on my own fucking joint. He worked hard on that one, Negs. Yeah, Matt, he did. But yeah, it does not completely lack merit. Bring Janis back as a gunner. Matt, I would love that. He was a phenomenal gunner. But no, I think that ship has sailed. But they will undoubtedly be looking for their new gunner extraordinaire because they need one. They went through so many guys outside last year. They got to find a guy or two and get those guys down there being enforcers and making moves and forcing fair catches, etc. Got to do it. Gots to do it. What's the likelihood of getting A.J. Dillon on this offseason? Callum, that's a really good question. Actually, this is true. Corey ran into AJ at 335 in Green Bay 2 nights ago, I think it was, just completely randomly. And it was like, oh, hey, we did a show together. Maybe. I mean, it's his offseason, like we did the whole show last year. He was on the draft. I mean, started with the draft last year. He was on, and then he was on with us every week during the season. Tend to want to let those guys just be in the offseason, except for the draft. We'll definitely invite him on for the draft, along with David, Kenny, Aaron, a couple other people. Jones, not Rodgers, although that would be brilliant if Rodgers wanted to come on. Yeah, now AJ, just let these guys have their offseason. It's all good. And I know some guys, are into it and they want to do press and they want to do media, and that's cool, awesome, rock and roll. For me, it's like we talk to them all throughout the season. It's their time. Nags theater background showing up. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I do. It's snowing there. Matt, where are you? Oh, no. Will 12 ever be on Cheesehead TV? No. Lombardi rises from the grave and wants to coach the Packers again. If you're Mark Murphy, are you firing Matt LaFleur? You guys, this is how you know there is way too much time still to go before the draft. We have exhausted everything, and we are into the specter of Lombardi returning. Man, I don't know. Probably not, because it would be fucking freaky to have a ghost running the team. But that is funny. That is really good. Corey running into AJ is a funny visual. How many Corys would it take to tackle 28? All of them. Many of them. We'd have to clone him a couple times before it even began, before AJ even started noticing that he was being that a tackle attempt was occurring. What else we got here, folks? What's up, Big B is here. What's up, Big B? If you have not seen it, on the homepage there at cheeseheadtv.com, there is the latest Cheesehead Origins article from Tim Backus featuring one Big B. Big B featured. Go check it out. Great read. Hope you're doing well, Big B. Great to see you last night on the happy hour. By the way, happy hour last night was off the hook. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, we had so many people showing up. We had lots of new people, which was great. Love to get the old heads in there. Love seeing the new blood. It was so much fun. If you guys haven't, jumped on board yet, patreon.com/cheeseheadtv. It doesn't even matter. In the dearth of the offseason, we're still kicking it, talking Packers each and every week on the happy hour. A lot of fun. What if Lombardi was threatening to coach the Vikings? That'd be hilarious, man. It'd be absolutely hilarious. It'd be fun to watch him fail with that franchise. I said it. Don Hudson plays both ways. In the same vein, do you think Josh Nijman could be on the edge rusher too? Mick, I love your obsession with Josh. No. No, I do not. But it'd be fun to watch. The multiverse of madness Corey's trying to tackle AJ. That's good. I like it. April 28th, can't get here soon enough. Gary, God damn, is that the truth? I mean, my goodness. I mean, let's talk about some new Packers, some new selections, some new blood. Start to get some answers to the riddles. So much speculation to go. What we got, like 21 days to go yet? Holy cow. It's insane. Kristen, thank you so much for the super chat. Any free agent you like the Packers to sign that isn't a wide receiver? Ooh. Is Akeem Hicks still out there? I'd like that. On a 1-year cheap prove-it deal, vet minimum with maybe some incentives. Giddy up. I don't think that's going to happen, especially after the Reed signing. Certainly not before the draft. But you guys know he's long been my favorite non-Packer, and I love him. I don't even know if he's still a free agent actually, but I knew he was out there for a while. But I'd love to see him in green and gold. Time to binge draft day with Kevin Costner. Andrew, why would you do that to yourself? What is this? I found Wes Hodquitz's burner here. Very good. What position do I think they will draft at 22? I don't know if it'll be, I mean, it really depends on how the board falls. And I know you guys hate it when I say these things because it sounds like generalizing and not committing. And what I get people all the time, you got to have a take. Yeah, my take is it depends on how the board falls. But I'm certainly the idea of best player available is very, very real. And then you take it a step further, and usually that means best player available at a position of need. So wide receiver obviously is in play. I think offensive tackle, if the value is there, edge rusher definitely in play. Safety, I think, is a possibility. I think all of those. Now I say all that and watch them take defensive tackle, which would not surprise me at all. I think they're going to be open to a lot of different possibilities. I think corner would be a surprise, but you never know. Ultimate depth, baby. Why do all these teams take in multiple fired coaches like the Bears with Pettin? You mean, well, the Bears had Pettin and now the Vikings have Pettin, but he's just kind of traveling around the North, right? And then, Dom did the same thing. It's a relationship business, and a lot of guys build up relationships throughout the years, and when they get fired, they land on other squads with other staffs because of who they know. It's that simple. And I'm not denigrating their ability. I'm not denigrating what they know football-wise, etc. But that is the truth. I mean, look, the Cowboys literally created a new position to get Brian Schottenheimer a gig. I mean, that's fitting with McCarthy going into what's probably his last year, unless he wins it all. Never forget that last staff that he put together in Green Bay. I mean, that was full of guys that he was just like, basically a meal ticket for. Like Signetti as their QB coach. Come on. I mean, that's just guys maybe not doing a favor for other guys, but certainly helping a guy out. No question. Amar, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Good morning. What's up, man? How are you doing? Just saying hi. Been a while since I made a live one and done a super chat. Give me Pickens and Travis Jones if we can get Jordan Davis 3 more weeks. Also, when you folks say he won't be there, no one knows. You damn right about that. Peter Bukowski and I talked about that the other day. If you guys haven't checked that out, make sure you check that out on the YouTube channel. We're talking draft. But it is happening as it does every year. The Packers have the 22nd pick. And if you mock or talk about anyone being like the selection there, oh, he won't be there, gets said about like 40 dudes. You're at pick 22. Some of them are going to be there. So, yeah, I hear you. And, man, if they get Jordan Davis, I will legitimately jump for joy. Like, it will. I love him as a prospect, but I don't think he's going to be there at 22. And I don't think they're trading up for him. Marshall, thanks for the super chat. Any current or former Packer you would like to be on your draft party show? Oh, and Hicks is still a free agent. There we go. So let's go Hicks. God, Gosh, yeah. I mean, I'd love to get Brett Favre on. That'd be amazing. Last year we had Leroy, not Leroy. We had Gilbert Brown call in. Going to try and do that again. Trying to get Leroy on. But yeah, man, Brett Favre is the one guy I haven't really ever gotten to an interview, and I would absolutely die to just talk about old school games and moments from his past on the field, on the field, on the field only. That would be great. Yeah, Brett on the draft show would be amazing. Delarose, do you think Goody and Matt LaFleur will receive extensions before the start of the season? If so, will Matt LaFleur jump into the top 5 of highest paid coaches? Woo, baby. Yes, I think 1,000%. If you didn't hear it, if you are a Patreon member, you can go and listen to my conversation with Pete Doherty, who basically wrote in his column this past weekend that extension talks have begun with both LaFleur and Gutekunst. I suspect both will get done before the season, and Pete agreed with that. Top 5 highest paid for Matt. I don't know, man. Getting them up there with Pete Carroll and Bill Belichick without a Super Bowl ring is, I think, a tall order. But is it a possibility? I guess. I'm sure his people will be pushing for it, but I can't. Top 5 feels a bit early. But who knows? Maybe the Packers get, if they do make him top 5 highest paid, maybe they get a year or two kind of tacked on, get him for a bit longer commitment wise, and therefore they pay a little bit more. It's a possibility, I guess, but I'd be surprised given, like I said, resume wise, still doesn't have that ring. Most of those guys, I don't think all of them, but most of the guys in that kind of stratosphere have a Super Bowl ring, like Andy Reid, etc. So, but I do, as far as will they get extended prior to the season beginning, I would be very surprised if that doesn't happen for both of them. Brandon, thanks for the super chat. I expect not, but any consideration on taking Linderbaum as supposedly a generational center in the first and moving Myers to right guard, improve 2 spots at once? I'd be absolutely shocked. They've already invested how much in their interior? And I know obviously Jenkins is coming off the injury and is somewhat in flux. Maybe he plays tackle, etc. But man, Newman, Runyon, etc. They've grown a lot of guys already. I can't imagine expending a premium pick on the interior of the line when you've shown this consistent ability to find talent on day 3, i.e. cheap labor. And Myers is good. I mean, he's the greatest center ever. No, but he's played 8 games, 9 games. It sucks that he got hurt, but he's a good center. So yeah, no, I would be absolutely shocked at that one. Good morning, Mr. Nagler. Good morning, TKM. Good to see you at your post. Hope you're doing well. What else we got? Sterling only makes golf tweets. Yes, that is true. He's a different cat, man. Sterling's great. He actually is. He knows Ben Fennell pretty well. Because of their stuff they've done on NFL films together. He's a different cat, no doubt about it. Do I still love Lamp? Of course I love Lamp. Just don't have a crooked one behind me anymore. That's an old school reference right there. That goes back to my days on the beat. Well done. Would I like to see the NFL draft happen sooner? Yes. I think Brian was asked something along those lines at the owners' meetings. They could hold the draft in late February, and they should. I know the union would never go for it, but yes, it should happen sooner. Hell, it should happen the week after free agency starts. That's when it should happen. I mean, at least remember when it was in the second week of May a couple years ago? That was truly hell. I mean, thank God. At least we're not doing that anymore. But man, yes, 1,000,000,000% draft earlier, please. All right, everybody, I'm going to have to get going. I can't thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Cheesehead TV social channels. The draft guide will drop within the hour, people, so get ready. In the meantime, please, please, please hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and then tell your friends and tell your family. Cheesehead TV, we are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Also, go Brewers. There you go. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Go Pack, go.